Picture this. Two people, same age, same education, same starting salary. Fast forward 20 years. One is living paycheck to paycheck, the other just bought their third rental property and retired early. What made the difference? It wasn't luck, connections, or even intelligence. It was mastering one invisible skill that 95% of people never develop: self-discipline. Today I'm sharing the 10 non-negotiable habits that millionaires use to build unshakable self-discipline. And habit number 6 is so counterintuitive, most people do the exact opposite. Stay with me, because missing this could cost you decades of financial freedom. Let's dive deep. Step 1. Anchor your why to something bigger than money. Here's what separates millionaires from everyone else. Their why isn't about the money. It's about what the money represents. I once interviewed a real estate mogul who owns 47 properties. You know what drives him? His grandfather worked 3 jobs and still lost their family home in the 2008 crash. He swore he'd never let that happen to his kids. That's not motivation, that's mission. Your vision needs to be visceral. It should make you uncomfortable to not pursue it. Ask yourself, what would happen to the people I love if I don't succeed? What legacy am I leaving? What example am I setting? Write down your why in vivid detail. Not, I want to be rich, but I want to pay off my parents' mortgage so they can retire with dignity. That's the kind of purpose that gets you up at 5 a.m. when your bed feels like quicksand. When your discipline is tied to something bigger than yourself, willpower becomes unnecessary. The choice becomes obvious. Step 2. Engineer your goals using the 4-3-2-1 method. Most people set goals like this. I want to make $1 million. Then they wonder why they quit after 2 weeks. Millionaires use what I call the 4-3-2-1 method. Quarterly milestones that build toward your annual goal. 3 monthly objectives that create momentum. 2 weekly priorities that maintain focus. 1 daily, non-negotiable, that guarantees progress. Let's say your goal is financial independence in 10 years. Your quarterly milestone might be increasing your net worth by $25,000. Your monthly objective could be saving $2,000 and earning an extra $500. Your weekly priority might be reviewing your budget and researching 1 new investment opportunity. Your daily non-negotiable? Track every expense and read 10 pages of a finance book. This isn't just goal setting, it's goal architecting. You're creating a system where every single day moves you closer to generational wealth. The magic happens when you realize that missing 1 day doesn't derail your quarter, but missing your quarterly milestone can derail your decade. Step 3. Design your environment for inevitable success. Your environment is silently programming your behavior every second of every day. Millionaires understand this and weaponize it. Let me tell you about Sarah, a nurse who built a $2 million portfolio. She transformed her space with surgical precision. Her phone automatically switches to Do Not Disturb from 5-7 a.m. Her investment apps? Front and center. Her social media? Buried in folders she has to hunt for. Here's your environment audit. Physical space? Can you see your goals? Are your tools for success more accessible than your tools for distraction? Digital space? Does your phone encourage wealth building or wealth wasting? Are you following accounts that inspire action or breed envy? Social space? Are you surrounded by people who challenge your excuses or enable them? Are your conversations about opportunities or obstacles? Your environment should make good choices effortless and bad choices inconvenient. If you have to think about being disciplined, you've already lost. Step 4. Master the art of strategic discomfort. Here's where it gets interesting. Most people try to make discipline comfortable. Millionaires make comfort uncomfortable. They understand that your comfort zone is actually your stagnation zone. So they deliberately create friction in their lives to build their discipline muscle. Take cold showers. Not because you have to, but because you don't want to. Every time you choose discomfort over comfort, you're training your brain to do hard things. Set artificial deadlines that are tighter than necessary. Create financial stakes. Commit to losing money if you don't hit your goals. Join groups where your progress is visible to others. I know an entrepreneur who made a public commitment to launch his business in 90 days or donate $10,000 to a political candidate he despises. Guess what? He launched in 88 days. Pain is temporary. Regret is permanent. Make the choice to suffer the pain of discipline rather than the pain of regret. Step 5. Build your discipline operating system. This is habit number 6, the one most people ignore. Ready for this? Millionaires don't rely on motivation. They don't even rely on discipline. They rely on systems that make discipline automatic. Think about it. You brush your teeth without motivation. You put on a seatbelt without discipline. These are automatic behaviors built into your operating system. Here's how to build your wealth-building operating system. Morning success sequence. Same time, same order, every day. Maybe it's wake up, drink water, review goals, exercise, plan your day. No decisions, no negotiations. Work execution blocks. Time-blocked calendar where your wealth-building activities are scheduled like doctor's appointments. Non-negotiable. Evening review ritual. What worked today? What didn't? What's tomorrow's priority? Weekly wealth review. Numbers don't lie. Are you closer to financial independence than last week? When these systems are in place, discipline becomes as automatic as breathing. You're not fighting willpower, you're following your operating system. Step 6. Implement the 24-hour rule. This is the habit that separates the millionaires from the masses, and it's deceptively simple. Before making any purchase over 100, wait 24 hours. Before saying yes to any commitment, wait 24 hours. Before making any decision that affects your financial future, wait 24 hours. This isn't about being indecisive. It's about being intentional. In those 24 hours, ask yourself, does this move me closer to my financial goals or further away? Am I buying this because I need it or because I want it? If I was already wealthy, would I still make this choice? I know a tech executive who used this rule to avoid buying an $80,000 car. Instead, he bought a reliable used car for $20,000 and invested the difference. That $60,000 investment is now worth over $200,000. The 24-hour rule protects you from your emotional brain and activates your strategic brain. It's the difference between impulse and investment. Step 7. Practice strategic failure. Here's what no one tells you. Millionaires fail more than everyone else. They just fail faster, cheaper, and smarter. They don't avoid failure, they court it. They understand that failure is data, not defeat. Set up small experiments where failure is not just acceptable but expected. Try a new side hustle for 30 days. Test a new investment strategy with small amounts. Launch a minimum viable product before it's perfect. When you fail, and you will, conduct a failure autopsy. What assumptions were wrong? What would you do differently? What did you learn that you couldn't learn any other way? The goal isn't to fail. The goal is to fail forward, fast and cheap, while you're building your wealth-building skills. Every millionaire has a graveyard of failed attempts behind them. The difference is they kept experimenting until they found what worked. Step 8. Master the compound effect of micro-habits. Small hinges swing big doors. Millionaires understand that massive results come from tiny, consistent actions compounded over time. The person who saves $10 a day doesn't just have $3,650 at the end of the year. If they invest that money at 7% annual return, they have over $150,000 after 20 years. The person who reads 10 pages of a business book daily doesn't just read 12 books a year. They develop a completely different understanding of money, opportunity, and strategy. Pick one micro-habit that, if you did it consistently for a year, would transform your financial situation. Maybe it's tracking every expense for 5 minutes each evening, learning one new financial concept each day, saving your first $5 of daily income before spending anything, reaching out to one potential mentor or opportunity per week. The key is making it so small that it feels almost ridiculous not to do it. Then trust the compound effect to work its magic. Step 9. Create your personal board of directors. Millionaires don't build wealth alone. They create a personal board of directors, people who hold them accountable to their highest potential. This isn't about networking for personal gain. It's about surrounding yourself with people who see your blind spots, challenge your limiting beliefs, and refuse to let you settle for less than your capability. Your board might include the mentor, someone who's already achieved what you want to achieve. The peer, someone on a similar journey who can relate to your challenges. The challenger, someone who questions your assumptions and pushes your thinking. The cheerleader, someone who believes in you when you don't believe in yourself. Schedule regular check-ins with your board. Share your goals, progress, and struggles. Ask for honest feedback. Be vulnerable about your fears and challenges. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Step 10. Commit to the 90-day Wealth Builder Challenge. This is where theory meets reality. For the next 90 days, you're going to implement one discipline habit that directly impacts your wealth-building journey. Choose one and only one. Wake up 90 minutes earlier and use that time for wealth-building education. Save 20% of every dollar you earn before spending anything else. Track your net worth weekly and review your progress monthly. Spend 30 minutes daily on a side hustle that could generate passive income. Read one chapter of a finance or business book every day. Here's the crucial part. You will want to quit. Around day 12, your brain will generate every excuse imaginable. Around day 30, you'll convince yourself you've learned enough. Around day 60, you'll be tempted to coast. This is where champions are made. Push through the resistance. Your future self is counting on your present self to stay committed. Document your journey. Take photos, write notes, track your progress. At the end of 90 days, you won't just have a new habit, you'll have a new identity. Here's the brutal truth. Everything you need to build generational wealth is already available to you. The books are written. The strategies are proven. The opportunities are everywhere. The only question is, will you develop the self-discipline to execute? Remember, self-discipline isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. It's not about never falling down. It's about getting back up faster than you fell. Your financial future isn't determined by your current bank account. It's determined by your daily decisions. And your daily decisions are determined by your level of self-discipline. The millionaires who came before you weren't special. They weren't lucky. They just mastered the art of doing what needed to be done, when it needed to be done, whether they felt like it or not. Now it's your turn. Choose your 90-day challenge. Share it in the comments below. Tell us what you're committing to and why it matters to you. And if this video added value to your millionaire roadmap, smash that like button, subscribe for more wealth-building strategies, and share this with someone who's ready to level up their financial game. Because here at the Millionaire Roadmap, we don't just dream about wealth. We build it, brick by brick, day by day, decision by decision. Your journey to financial freedom starts now. Let's build something extraordinary together.